Very good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining this episode of Leadership Satsang. I'm your leadership coach, Yukti Kapoor Mehndiratta. Super excited to share with you a lot about love today being Valentine's Eve. And this is not a look for Valentine's, this is a look for wedding. So I'm here to attend one of my cousin's wedding, and hence the look. But that doesn't stop us from connecting and doing what we do every single week. And that is to go deeper within ourselves, to understand ourselves better, to understand our relationships better, so that we can make our life much better, not just as a leader, but also as an individual. So thank you so much for being a part of this learning journey, for encouraging me to keep doing this week after week. It's just, like I say, the best, time in the week for me, because I really do look forward to covering topics, insights, which could be useful for you, which could help you to enjoy life a little more. And, remember last time we were talking about relationships, and we were talking about quality of life, and how quality of life is dependent on the quality of our relationships. So I thought, let's just take that discussion forward today, go one level deeper, and understand how we can make our relationships better. How can we manage the expectations that we have from people, expectations that they sometimes fall short of, and that creates a lot of disappointment, sometimes sadness. And if you can resonate with that, then just give me a me in the chat. You know that there are these people who matter to you, and there are times when you're disappointed with the way they do things or not do things for you. They fall short of what you expect of them. Has that ever happened to you? Give me a me in the comments, please, because I think that's a very, very common thing. I mean, I have experienced that so many times myself, that you expect something that, your husband should do for you, or your wife or your partner should do for you. And sometimes they match your expectations, sometimes if they fail your expectations. And it's true that people who are closest to us are the ones that hurt us the most. So what is it that we can do to not only improve these relationships, which are important relationships, but also protect ourselves from so much hurt that is caused by a lot of thoughts that go here, like keep on going here, about how your relationships could have been better, and how some people around could have been better, and that causes some pain and hurt to us. Is that true? Give me a true in the chat if you're able to resonate with what I'm saying, that ये जो जो भी हम सोचते हैं लोगों के बारे में, कि लोगों को ऐसा होना चाहिए, वैसा होना चाहिए, रिलेशनशिप को ऐसा होना चाहिए, वैसा होना चाहिए, वो जब ऐसे नहीं होते हैं तो हमें सबसे ज्यादा तकलीफ होती है, बिकॉज ये सारे हमारे कॉन्सेप्ट्स हैं, और ये कॉन्सेप्ट्स हमारे लिए इतना बड़ा सच बन चुका है कि हमें लगता है कि अगर ये नहीं होगा तो फिर लाइफ अच्छी नहीं होगी, अगर ऐसे नहीं होगा तो रिलेशनशिप अच्छी नहीं है. And I want to challenge these thoughts today. So I want you to take a moment and reflect upon what I'm saying. And as you do that, let us also prepare ourselves for chanting, so that we can really completely, truly be here. And trust me, this might just be the best way to celebrate Valentine's Eve, to understand love, to understand relationships. And with that understanding, maybe we will bring in a lot more ease in our heart and in our relationships with people. Let's see if that happens. But before that, we bring ourselves here into this moment completely. So may I request you to please close your eyes and sit comfortably wherever you are. Open up, spine straight, shoulders relaxed, and take a few nice, beautiful deep breaths in and breathe out. And one more time, let's breathe in and out. And with the next breath, we will chant Om together 5 times. I'll keep the count for you. Let's keep chanting Om, and I would request you to do that out loud if you can in your environment. So let's go ahead. Take a nice deep breath in. Om. 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 Shanti. 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 Please rub your hands together and gently place them on your eyes and face and ears. And slowly come back. How are you feeling? And where are you joining me from today? Let's have some quick comments in the chat so that I can welcome you here with me for this Leadership Satsang on Valentine's Eve to talk about love and understand love better. And with that understanding, allow some more love to come in. Allow yourself to feel a lot more love than we're able to. Right? Let's see if we can do that. So quickly tell me, which part of the world are you in right now? Ashwini, warm welcome. Hiren, Kailash, so good to have you here. Indiran, so good to have you. Hiren, welcome, welcome, Hiren. Would love to know, where are you joining me from today? Affection, extreme feeling of attachment, affection, and need, Ashwini. Okay, I think you're referring to the discussion we were having about relationships. And we're going to continue with that discussion. Jairam, so good to have you here, Jairam. Wonderful. Thank you for joining in. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Shilpa, for joining in. Superb, superb. All right. Okay, great. So are you feeling good? Are you here with me? Give me a with you in the chat, because we are going to do something very important today. I have an activity planned for you all. Okay, so we're going to do this activity together. All right. And then after we are done with our satsang session, I'm going to do this activity with the bride and the groom who's sitting in the hall, and make sure that they start on the right note, and not take all these years to figure out how to feel love in their relationship. Because, I think it all starts with love and somewhere it fizzles out. And it doesn't always have to happen, but it does. And that could be because we need to really understand what love means. And that's what I want to share with you all. So let me see if I can get some comments from you all. If you are with me, give me a with you, Indiran. Super Indiran is with me. Hiren, good to have you back. Absolutely. I've been missing you around for the live sessions. Good you here. Okay, Bokaro, Jharkhand, Oishi, wonderful. Good to have you here, Oishi. Shilpa is with me, Kailash is with me, everyone is with me. All right, super. So now here is a question that I have for you all. Very important question. Tell me, how many of you have some level of, if I may say, disappointment in your important relationships? By disappointment, I mean that you expect more than what you think you are getting. How many of you feel that way about your relationships? Just give me a me. You don't have to mention the relationship, because we're going to do some real work here. Okay, so we've got to be honest. We've got to be more reflective. Think about your own relationships. Think about if there is any element of disappointment that, मजा नहीं आ रहा है लाइफ में, इस रिलेशनशिप में मजा नहीं आ रहा है, it is not supposed to be like this, it could be better. And if you have that kind of a feeling in any of your important relationships, it could be with your parents, with your siblings, with your spouse, partner, whichever relationship you consider is important, and you think that could be better, I deserve better, I should get more from this relationship. This is what I am putting in, right? I'm putting in so much and I'm not getting as much as I deserve. And if that is the feeling, which makes you write me in the chat, and I'm thankful to all those who are honestly sharing this with me, because it's not a generic session today. Trust me, I'm going to work with you as your coach. If you're ready We're going to go deeper and understand how to deal with this disappointment, because this disappointment brings with it some bit of sadness. And that sadness is yours, right? You feel it. And others are probably not even able to understand, leave alone appreciate and do something. Sometimes people are not even able to understand. What are you so disappointed or sad about? It's just your own thing, right? So that's why we need to work on it. We need to fix it, because we need to do whatever we can do within our circle of influence. All right. IO in the chat. You know what that stands for? Bring it on. Bring it on, Yukti. Let's play a game. Let's play a game today. Give me a BI. You all. It has to be done very, very quickly. Okay. So I'll tell you how to play this game, but I need to see BIO in the chat. I need to keep refreshing the comments here so that I can see what you're putting out. All right. Can I have a BIO, which means you are absolutely ready to play this game? And looks like you are. So with that, let's dive right in. I'm going to share the mind map with you. And this mind map will help you to build a support system around yourself, right? This support system already exists. We need to kind of create a framework so that we can see it more clearly. So I'm going to put out 7 different supports, and I need you to think about the first person who comes to your mind when I put out the first thing, okay? The first point here. Okay, so let's go right in. When I say, who is this person who provides safety and security to you? Which means, who would you call if you woke up scared in the middle of the night? Who would you turn to in a moment of crisis? Please put a name down in your notebook. I'm sure you're sitting with a notebook right now. I need you to write down the name of a person who comes to your mind first. The middle of the night, if you wake up with some nightmare or from some nightmare, okay? Who would you turn to in a moment of crisis? Who is this person? Please write down the name of this person right now and give me a done in the chat. Done? Done, done, done. Very quickly, you can't think too much. You just need to very quickly say done in the chat. And you have this one person in your notebook, someone who you will go to if you are scared in the middle of the night, who you would turn to in the moment of crisis. Done? Done? All right. Now let's move to the second support that we need. Learning and growth. So here is a question. Who encourages you to try new things, to take chances, to pursue your life's goals? Who is this person? Who comes to your mind? Very quickly write a name. It could be the same person, a different person, I don't know. But don't feel compelled to think of different people. It could be the same person. It could be a different person, right? Who encourages you to try new things, to take chances, to pursue your life's goals. Done. And of course, there are a few people that we have probably lost and they're not around us anymore. So I want us to not, look at those names for now for this exercise. I want you to consider people who you are still in touch with, who you can speak to, who are around you as we speak, right? So that's very, very important. And if you have a name for the second point here, the second question, give me a done to in the chat. Done to, and that will tell me that you're done with the second name as well. Done to, done, and the digit 2, number 2. Okay, let's see. Closeness and confiding. Here is the question. Who knows everything or almost all things about you? Who can you call on when you are feeling low and be honest with about how you are feeling? Who is this person you can call and be very, very honest about what you're feeling? And this is the person who knows just about everything about you and your life, good, bad, ugly. Very quickly write down the name of this person and give me a done 3 in the chat if you're done with this name. Again, it could be the same, it could be different. Allow yourself to go with the first thought that comes to your mind. The moment I say someone who knows everything about you, who is this person coming to your mind? Put that name down and give me a done 3 in the chat. will explain the whole with no context at all. Let's see what comes out of it, and then we will connect the dots. I promise you that. Okay, so done three? Done three? Super. Let's move to the next one. Identity, affirmation, and shared experiences. Is there someone in your life who has shared many experiences with you and who helps you strengthen your sense of who you are? Somebody who you have done a lot of things with, somebody you have a lot of memories with, somebody you have a lot of stories with, right? And somebody who's helped you understand who you are, has been able to help you strengthen your sense of identity. Who is this person? Who's coming to your mind when I say identity, affirmation, and shared experience? Give me a done for. Give me a done for if you have a name here for this fourth person. And maybe, just maybe, there is nobody coming to your mind for one of these points, and that's all right. That's all right. We will just keep that as blank, but still give me a done for. Right? Done for means, all right, I can't think of anybody, but I'm done with this one for now. Done for? Good. All right, let's look at the fifth one. Romantic intimacy. Do you feel satisfied with the amount of romantic intimacy in your life? Of course, it's a very, very serious, important need that we all have. And we are adults and we can absolutely put that out, not only to yourself, which you must, but also when you need to reflect upon, holistically how you're feeling and experiencing love, how your relationships are going. Maybe romance is an important integral part there. And if it is, how satisfied are you with the amount of romantic intimacy in your life? Who comes to your mind when you think of romantic intimacy? Let's just write down the name of this book. Five, very quickly, give me a done five. Romantic intimacy with somebody, then please put their name there and give me a done five in the chat. Done five. This is like some fun stuff, okay? It will really help you understand a few things about love, and I will tell you what that is. Once we complete this list, we are on the second last one now. Help, both informational and practical. Who do you turn to if you need some expertise or help solving a practical problem? Like, I want to fix my Wi-Fi, like which computer should I buy, which car should I go for, or you need to teach me how to do gardening better, or I want to learn this interesting dish that I want to try, and here is the person who's going to help me do that. Those kind of things where you just know that somebody is really good at this one skill and you want to learn that from the person. Or if there is any practical problem that you're facing, like your computer crashes and you want to call this person and say, hey, you know what? I don't know what to do next. Who is that person in your life? Who will you call for help for practical problems that you might face? If you're able to think of a name, give me a done six. Give me a done six. Yeah, I'm looking at your comments right here. Done six. Super. Fantastic. All right. And that takes us to the last one, which is fun and relaxation. Who makes you laugh? Who do you call to see a movie or go for a road trip? Who makes you feel connected and at ease? This person who you can just be yourself with. You don't need to put out any facade. You just can be who you are. You can be in your pajamas and all in your hair, and you can just chill out and feel easy and comfortable with this person. Who is this person who brings fun and relaxation in your life? If you're done, then give me a done 7 in the chat, please. Done 7. Okay, I'm waiting to see some more done 7 in the chat, because we've got to do this. We've got to do this for ourselves. This is a very personal session. Trust me, I am with each one of you right now. We're doing this exercise for you. This is not generic. It's for you. Done? Indi done? Super, Vishal. Jairam done? Shilpa done? Super. All right, now let's look at this again. There is somebody who came to your mind for safety and security. Maybe the same person or someone else adds learning and growth to your life. There is somebody else probably, or one of the above too, who brings in emotional closeness and confiding. Someone who confirms your identity, helps you understand yourself, shares experiences with you. Someone who brings in romance in your life. Someone who's a go-to person when you get stuck somewhere. Someone who can allow you to just be, have fun, and relax. Remember last time in the last satsang session, I talked about the longest study that Howard has done, 85 years long study, to conclude what makes people happy. That's what they wanted to do research on, what really makes people happy. And the conclusion of that 85-year-old research was, no, 85-year long research, sorry, okay? It went on for 85 years, the research itself. And what they concluded was that the quality of your life depends upon the quality of your relationships. So what are we doing here right now? We're trying to go one level deeper to understand how can we improve the quality of relationships that are very, very close to us. Now, if you look at these 7 different support systems that we want, all of this adds up to our holistic, emotional, and social well-being. Okay, it is also called as social fitness or emotional fitness. Now, this emotional and social fitness makes us healthier, makes us more prepared to face the highs and lows of life, brings in what we call as resilience. Now, tell me, how many of you have the same name for all 7? Give me a me or not me. You have the same name for all 7 of them. Anybody who has the same name? Give me a me if it's the same person that you could think of. And if it is not, they're different people, then give me a not me. Let's see, because a very, very important realization is around the corner for you. So give me a me or a not me. That no, it's not the same person for me. They're different people for different support. And for some of us, it could be the same person for different support that I need in life. Okay, so I'm getting a not me. Not me. Yeah, so does that mean that you have different people for different support that you would need in life? And if that is true, it brings with it a very important realization that our relationships always start with a sense of connection, attachment, belongingness. Is that right? Start बहुत अच्छा होता है. Instant connection होता है, attraction होता है, fun होता है, मजा करते हैं. We want to spend more time with each other. It's just fun to be with this person. And over a period of time, that fun starts fading out. Why? Because we want everything from this one person, from this one relationship. This person should give me safety and security also, should help me to learn and grow also, should bring in romance also, should be my go-to person for any help, should also be fun, should make me relax, should accept me as who I am, should create that emotional closeness for myself, should be somebody I can confide in. And there goes the fun and joy of that relationship under the burden of your many unreasonable expectations. Listen to this. We all have a group of people, a bunch of people in our life. And every single relationship that we share with all these beautiful people have a different purpose, a different role, a different place in our life. Even your spouse, somebody you've been married to for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, does not have to carry the burden of completing your incompletions. This person is not responsible to be everything for you because no one can be that person. There are many other relationships that can come together to provide the necessary support you need for your holistic well-being. The moment you release this burden of this one important relationship, you will see it blossoming beautifully. You would see it as pure, authentic love in whichever way. It doesn't have to be romantic, right? But it will be pure, authentic love because this is when you have been able to free the relationship of your many expectations of how it should be. So I want you to try working on this grid, right? My relationship with. So let me say just hypothetically, say someone called Vishal, okay? My relationship with Vishal, let's say Vishal is my spouse. So my relationship with Vishal brings safety and security in my life, yes. Learning and growth, no, we don't talk about all this. Emotional closeness and confiding, yes. Identity affirmation and shared experiences, not really, we like different stuff. Romance, not as much should be there, right? But yes, is the person I would go to if I have a problem? Yes. Fun and relaxation, not really. Okay. And then I want you to go to the next important person in your life. Could be your sibling, could be your friend, could be your colleague you've worked with for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. By the end of it all, I need you to see and realize that even if that one person is not a yes under each one of these 7 columns, there is somebody or the other in your life falling under each one of these columns. And with that realization, you might be convinced enough to free this one person, this one Vishal, of your expectations to be everything for you. And if in this exercise, you find one column absolutely blank, there is no romance in my life right now, there is nobody I'm having too much fun with, or I can just relax and be myself, that is the gap that I want to be conscious of in my life. That is the gap that I want to be more willing to fill, right, with the existing relationships that I have, or be open to more connections and relationships in life. The point that I want to bring to you all is that love is not a chore. Love is not a burden. It's not a duty. It is a feeling, okay? And feelings come and feelings go. And it does not mean that if feelings go, they can't come back. The reason why they become dormant for a very, very long time is because we start treating love more as duty than love. The whole sense of connecting with that person is taken over by the expectations that we have from each other. And these expectations are endless. And when they are endless is when the other person gets exhausted filling you up, right? No matter what they do, you always have somebody other complain about how it is not the way it should be. And it could even be with a best friend. And that best friend gets married. And now that time is being shared by somebody else. And you just write off that relationship thinking, oh, this person is not the same anymore. He or she is not coming to me and sharing everything with me. They're now sharing with their spouse. And that's all right. We all have the right to allow multiple relationships in their own different avatars to come in and add to our life. But let me tell you this, and I want you to be very mindful of this. Do not put the burden onto any one of these relationships to complete you. ये phrase है ना जो हमने एक movie से उठाया है, you complete me, ये बहुत dangerous है, in my view. Okay, nobody completes anybody. And nobody has to take this burden to complete you. You need to complete yourself. Let's just get that right, okay, the way it is. If you don't complete yourself, you will forever be putting yourself as a burden on others to carry. And if you're doing that, I want you to ask yourself, how fair is that? In the name of love, in the name of friendship, putting that pressure on somebody else to make you feel complete when you have all that it takes to do that yourself. Are you understanding this? Because if you are incomplete within, then whatever you're offering to people is also not quite there. You cannot give something that you do not have within you. You cannot love somebody if you don't have enough love within you. And you're just waiting for somebody else to come and fill you up and complete you. If that is the sense that rules your relationships, then I would strongly suggest that you sit with a blank piece of paper and write down so many reasons that you could think of for loving yourself. And this is not a narcissist exercise, okay? I'm not saying that treat yourself as the best and others don't exist or are irrelevant or not as good as you. No, I want you to sit with yourself to see what you need to see about yourself that you love, that you respect. And with that exercise, you will complete yourself. You will bring in that sense of completion. And now imagine with that feeling, if you now attract relationships and love from outside, it is all a bonus. It's an icing on the cake. You understand, right? You fill up. You're in your heart, you're a good person. And you love yourself for the person that you are, the innocence that you have, the humility that you have, the beauty that you have, the kindness, the compassion that fills you up. And that's what you love about yourself. And you should, absolutely. And with that sense of love, with that heart so full of love, is when you are ready to give that out to the world now. Now you have something to give. Because before this, you were just a energy sucker. You were just sucking people's energy out because you strongly believe that you are incomplete. So now it is others' responsibility to make you happy, to make you love, to take care of you, to help you, to support you, to do this or that for you. And that's when people get tired. People get exhausted to carry such people on their back in the name of love, in the name of friendship. And that's what I want to talk about. You know what? You probably would not have expected this, that Valentine's Eve is supposed to talk all lovey-dovey stuff. I think let's talk some real stuff because you have the capacity to take real stuff. I know that for a fact. That's why you would be a part of these satsang sessions. We talk straight. We talk real stuff. And the reality is that love is a feeling. And if you force yourself or somebody else to love you in a particular manner, then you're not really open to love. Because love can come in different shapes and sizes, different forms, in different ways. There are different love languages. Right? There's a beautiful book called Five Love Languages. Just grab it and you will understand that for somebody, serving somebody is love. Right? For somebody, giving a gift is a way to express love. For somebody, appreciating people, appreciating somebody they love is their way of showing love. There are different ways in which people show their love for you. But if you're going to sit back, hell-bent on receiving love the way you want it, is when you are living with this nice big hole in your cup, which you want to fill up with love. It will never be filled up because of all these holes around, which is your expectations of how people should love you and who should love you. Right? I only want love from this person. I'm getting a lot of love from 5, 6 other people around who care for me. I just can't see that. Why? Because I'm just holding this one person by his or her collar and saying, you love me. You be my support. You do everything for me. You're my go-to. You're my romance. You're my everything. Why? I'm not encouraging infidelity. By the way, let me say that out loud, okay? I'm talking about allowing people to bring in their beauty, allowing people to reach out to you, and more importantly, allowing yourself to connect with people and allowing them to love you the way they understand love. Their love language for you is what will allow them to express their love for you. So do not define and dictate that to people. And do not burden one relationship with it all. And most importantly, do not ever compensate the love that you need to give to yourself with somebody else loving you, because that creates dependency, and there is no dependency in love. There is only beauty and lightness in it. And there will be no sense of lightness if you add the burden of expectations, these expectations for somebody to fill you up. So this Valentine's Day, I would strongly recommend that you spend some time with yourself. Take yourself out for a date. Go out and do something you really love to do. And see how you experience the whole day, just with you. You being out with yourself. Being alone is not the same as being lonely. Don't be scared to be alone. Because if you don't enjoy your company, then why should anyone else enjoy your company? Right? If you think that you're worthy of love, give that to yourself first. I hope this opens up something in your heart. That's something which allows love to come from multiple directions, because it is coming to you. I just want you to open those windows in your heart and allow this to reach out to you. People are waiting. People are waiting for you to experience what they're putting out to you instead of your endless expectations and complaints. Allow people to be, and that will help you to get a real experience of what love is. I hope this was a useful discussion and a useful insight for you all. And I really do hope that it helps you and allows you to experience and celebrate love like you've never done before. So I wish you all a very, very happy Valentine's Day. And I do hope that you fall in love with yourself all over again this time. Thank you so much for joining me. That's all from me for today. I will see you next week with another important insight in the space of leadership and spirituality. In the meantime, please put out your thoughts, your takeaways, your feelings about the discussion that we had today. I would love to know what's on your mind and if this has been an important and relevant insight. Thank you. Take very, very good care of yourself. I will see you real soon. God bless you all.